what is it? The piston flying machine?
Nope, nope, nope.
No. He
Nope.
bridged?
Nope.
What did he do?
He teleported directly to the ship and then teleported home.
You know, I'm not surprised actually. That checks out, yeah. Sing to me, Talia, muse of comedy, of new beginnings, and the burning hell we spawn from. Sing of the laughter, sing of the screams, and the bridges that we build along the way. Welcome to FanDive. My name is Chaos.
And my name is Andy.
And guys, Hermitcraft season 11.
It has started.
It started. Okay, so for the record, season 11 aired a few hours ago. It
started the day we are recording.
We have been going through as many POVs as possible. It's not physically possible to get through all of the ones that have come out so far, and not all of them are even out yet. So
no.
We're just here to say I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Yeah, X's is still coming out in a while. There's a couple people who's going to be coming out more
Wells, yeah, you know.
And so we've gone through what could, but this is the day that Hermitcraft 11 has started. We are recording as late in the evening as we could while I'm still awake. But that means that we do not have everyone's. But we're really excited, okay? So don't judge us. We were just really excited.
We're just really excited. Okay. What POVs have you watched? So I watched Zombie Cleo, Joe Hills, Smallish Beans, Red Dogs, Mumbo Jumbo, and Gemini Tay.
Okay, that's not bad. The problem is I also started with Zombie Cleo.
Yeah, Zombie Cleo is a really good perspective. I'm going to be so real. Like, just the happy energy that was coming out of that. I'm like, yes, this, please.
Plus, it wasn't an hour long. And I watch these as I'm doing other stuff, and I was starting to watch this, and I was like, oh, don't give Zombie Cleo, love that perspective. Half an hour, I'll do it. So I got Zombie Cleo, Zadaf, Doc, Pearl, XB, Mumbo, and iJevin.
I watched iJevin's like prepping for season 11 video.
Well, he's doing pretty good. I will say there was a part of Jevin's video where it was showing some of his preparing for the season of like he planned out this build and he's worked so hard and this is one of the hardest things he's had to plan so far, so he's stretching his abilities, learning new skills, that kind of thing. So we did get to see a little bit of the behind the scene things. We get to see some of those at the beginning of the season. The beginning of the season is always a bit chaotic and a bit overstimulating, to be honest. If you've been in the start of any big project with a bunch of friends, it's exactly the same in Minecraft, in my opinion. There's a lot of them. About a little under 30, so let's round up to about 30 of them. Where they're all in a group and they're all together and they're all panicking because holy crap, this is my job. I'm supposed to know what I'm doing, but I don't. And so the first episode's always fun because you have the people that include the entire what's happening? And then you have the people who go, we panicked. And this is my house.
And now this.
Yeah. There's a difference between perspectives of how much of the panic is audible.
Yeah, they decided they're claiming this is a new mechanic. It's not. We've done, like, me and Andy, we've done this before. They set spawn in the Nether. So if you die without a spawn or if you log in for the first time, you're sent to the Nether.
Yeah, I know this is not what we're talking about, but starting world hoppers. Let me tell you. Oh, goodness. Oh,
I love world hoppers. Yeah,
I love world hoppers
maybe
too.
season 1 starting in amplified Nether, questionable, but listen.
So scared.
It was perfect. And we now understand the screams of terror that were coming out of these guys.
Yeah. To be fair to me, I had not played on SMPs like that before. I'd always been just like staring at you guys going, ooh, fancy. Ooh. Fancy. So you can put some lore in that or not, that's up to you. But
yeah, you literally have
it. Dude,
we got a question the other day of like, are you guys on the watcher or the listener side? I'm like, okay, so Andy's Minecraft skin is a watcher.
Was a watcher. I've slowly made it more and more human. Question mark.
Human question mark?
Anyway,
Yes.
that's beside the point.
Mhm.
We got to watch them panic. I love them. I love them so much. And then I loved XB's perspective because everything was panicking in most people's point of view, and XB was just this breath of relief. Sure, he was in the deep dark, ancient city, but also so much more chill than
XB in
somebody
general
else.
is so much more of a chill perspective. Like, doesn't matter what's going on. The whole world could be
Yeah,
ending, and XB's like, and I'm over here doing my job.
I I will say you've probably not seen it, but Hypno, Cub Fan, and XB down in the ancient city, just having a fun time.
Yeah, versus the Gemini Tay Skizzle Green perspective where they're in the ancient city and they're just getting decimated and
No,
the wardens are slowly climbing up the water and Gem's like, and we're gonna just combat log here.
like they did summon. I think it was one, maybe two wardens, but none of them died from that. Yes,
Yeah.
some of them died in the caving. XB died getting down to the ancient city, but none of them. They're just having a good time. They got a bunch of enchanted hoes.
They're just enjoying their time there. I'm
uh,
so excited for this new season. Like, yeah, everyone's like sort of either telling us or like kind of vaguely hinting at what their plans are for this season. But also
mhm.
we got a bunch of people who are just kind of falling back on like old rhythms. Like Green is fully doing his fishing thing again. Like he refused to
Yeah,
go on adventures until he fished up a book. It didn't matter what, just a book.
yeah, and Jevin is bringing Sal the
Sal's
salmon into
here.
this as well. Sal is here. Sal lost a fin in the shipwreck.
No.
I know, but we're gonna explore that lore some more. And Zed brought the Zed advancements back.
I'm so excited for Z advancements. I'm so excited for Z advancements.
I feel like to people who aren't familiar with Hermitcraft, we're saying a bunch of nonsense right
Yeah,
now.
so Z advancements is ZF and advancements. He's like, the advancements in the game aren't enough. I'm going to make my own, and they're going to be crazy and insane, and borderline impossible, and we're going to have a great time doing it.
Because we are niche enough, I do not feel that there's going to be a whole lot of people who are listening to this and are unfamiliar with Hermitcraft or its concepts.
I don't know. My dad
Um,
listens to this sometimes.
no, it's fine.
Hi, Dad.
I suspect some. Hi, Chaos is that. Um, some will, but I suspect the majority of people who see this will understand at least a handful of the concepts that we're saying. But Hermitcraft has been doing 11, has gone on to the 11th season now. How many years is that? I think it's been 10 years?
Oh, it's
No,
been more than
14 years.
10. They've done like,
14 years.
yeah.
14 years. I'm going through numbers in my head. There's a lot of them. Of just this, for the most part, vanilla Minecraft server with a bunch of creatives. It's not actually vanilla. They don't have any mods that affect like what you can find, but
They
they
have
have mods set up to
plugins. Like,
help
you
with
can do the
recording.
armor stand mod, and people use like the
Mhm.
body, the Bobby mod? Like
Yeah,
extension
probably
of
mod.
view, but it's not a modded thing. It's as vanilla-esque as you can get without being strictly vanilla.
And because we are just starting right now the new season, it is a time where a lot of new people come and join and see these things for the first times. And I know when I first started, I think the first few episodes I watched were in season 6, and with no context, I was not watching the whole season. I would just jump in, see an episode, and go, "Heh, funny." I think one of the first things I saw was Demise, like the original.
Oh, I love Demise. I understand they like literally just did it last season, but I'm also like, what if we bring it back and more
Well,
Demise?
that's how the live series was created.
Yeah, what if we just get more life series, but in Hermitcraft?
Okay, well, no. But most of what people are looking for are like expectations, who should we watch, that kind of thing. I'm looking for Minecraft.
I just love the interaction between people. Like, I've talked about this
Yeah.
before. One of the reasons why I really like Jevon's perspective is that he goes out of his way to interact with hermits at least once an episode.
Hmm.
That's versus like Joel Smallish Beans out there who you're lucky to see in any perspective, and just randomly a building will appear at 2 a.m.
Yeah, no, they talk about it all the time. never seen him, but I'll just come back and there's 3 more skyscrapers, and that's how it happened that some of them see Joel. It's just, where is he?
Where
How does
are
he does this?
you?
And I'm so sorry.
sorry. Yeah, I get it. It is called
Doc already has an
Hermitcraft, but
elytra.
Hmm?
Doc already has an elytra.
Doc already.
Yeah, didn't even defeat the dragon.
He just got on his little, what is it? The piston flying machine?
Nope, nope, nope,
No, he
nope,
bridged.
nope.
What did he do?
He teleported directly to the ship and then teleported home.
You know, I'm not surprised actually. That checks out. Yeah.
It's
Okay,
a whole
Doc.
thing of like you've not loaded the end exactly as it is, but you know the seeds, you know where the things are. So if you time it exactly right when you drop the TNT and the Ender Pearl in, it's loading the world for the first time and launches it directly to where you want it. But if you also have the Ender Pearl thing with the fishing rod, do you remember this mechanic?
Yeah.
Where
And
it's
he
like slightly
just
off the chunk, so it's not quite loaded.
yeah.
You teleport your way through there and go directly to the ship, pick up the elytra, pull the fishing rod, and you're teleported right back to where you were. So he already has
Sure.
that. He already has full enchanted diamond as well, but that's pretty typical for him.
Yeah,
A lot of farms already
okay.
set up. Villager Breeders, Iron Farm, got all that set up already.
I
As
love
well as
how
Melon and Pumpkin Farm.
Azuma came to Mumbo. It's like, I already have this idea for next season, and like Mumbo's like, it's day one. What do you mean? And Azuma's like, next season I'm gonna take it slow and actually enjoy the early game. I'm like, you're not doing that right now, though. No, no. Why would
No,
I?
no. Also, they have that idea every season.
Every season they're
At
like,
least
I'm gonna
one
take it
hermit.
slow, and then they never do.
Yeah, at least one hermit every season says, I'm gonna take it slow this time. Episode 5. So I'm getting netherite.
I think Rian's really the only one who last season kept to that. I'm gonna keep it slow and steady, and that's mostly just because his time was spent fishing.
Yeah, well, that's partially true. I say some of them have succeeded in it. I think most of them can succeed in it, and then they get really inspired on an idea, or they get sick, or something
Or
like
the
that
YouTube
happens.
grind sets in.
Yeah, and then they just build a really big thing and go, I'm sorry,
I'm
I
sorry.
built a castle again.
I was just gonna plan the castle, but then I kind of just got carried away.
I love Wells. I can't
It's so
wait to
good.
see what he
I
does.
want
We'll
Wells'
never guess his
perspective.
plan.
I can't wait for the one video we get this season of Wells.
Hey, I'm shooting for 2 or 3.
I'm the biggest
That's
Wells
my
Knight
goal.
fan who just accepts the single piece of like little content. I'm like, yes, thank you.
I'm
Crumbs
rooting for him
for
to get us 2 or
chaos.
3. He's been doing the GCG.
Yeah, he's been doing like a bunch of content stuff, but like
Yeah,
you know where my loyalties lie, all right? It's with
I
Hermitcraft.
do. I do.
Well, Hermitcraft and currently
Pearl went and
vampires.
got
Like, that's another conversation though.
Pearl and Ren went and got all the trees.
Oh yeah, they had a cute little adventure. That was fun to watch.
It was fun. I just genuinely a large part of what I enjoy in Hermitcraft is the community, both the community between the hermits, but also the community of your fandom is an age range of minors to crafters.
Are you a miner or a crafter? I guess I'm a crafter, but I don't like people.
Very young audience for some of them to the 60-year-old watching Doc going, yes, break the game.
Break the game, Doc M77.
Do it. Ooh, Scar.
Scar? He's doing Scar Wars. He's doing it. He's
Yeah,
doing
not only
it.
to say, but also haven't watched this episode, just sort of dinosaur.
It's a Star Wars thing. Don't ask me Star Wars. I just show up to the Jedi Temple when they need me. I don't actually know the media.
That said,
I wish that was a joke. There is a legitimate Jedi Temple that has been hire me, air quotes, to do audio work for them.
but anyway,
the Jedi need me,
Scar
Andy.
Last season, Doc had his ore getting stolen, and he kept trying to set up traps and like things to who keeps stealing
It was
this.
a good time for
It was Scar,
Scar. It was, and with
and Doc
Green's help
has.
when Scar got sick.
And so, as we have been discussing different people's plans, where Zed's working on those, Jevin is doing the pirate stuff, Jev is doing pirate stuff, Jem is doing
Gothic.
troll on a bridge, I guess.
Gothic architecture with apparently being the troll.
I guess. Doc has decided his mission for this season is to be a menace to Good Times with Scar specifically, and to bring him emotional distress, but only in character. He had to break character and say, I couldn't prank him too much, because this man was just breaking trees for like 5 days.
There's only so much you can do until you're just sad about it.
Like creaking under his stuff, but it's only the early days, and that much on people, so I'm gonna leave it be. But once he's set up, I'm gonna destroy that man.
Once he's set up.
Who's your favorite, do you think, for the mission for the season that you know of?
I
Or do you
don't-
prefer that we don't know?
That's so hard. I'm excited to see what Green does because he's talking about doing like a Victorian garden thing.
Ooh.
On my notes, I have everyone's like Cleo's doing archaeologist, Joe Hills is doing art deco art studio, and like Rendog's doing magical city, and Mumbo I just have listed as Jumbo. So
he used a descriptor. I don't remember what he said.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but it was very mumbo jumbo, so I just wrote Jumbo.
Yeah. He does he's done a whole thing about there was this cabin with this, that, the other thing. Is he doing cabin core again?
No, I think Pearl's doing like a firefighter theme.
Is she?
I don't know. I haven't like actually seen Pearl, so who knows?
I watched Pearl's perspective. All I remember was horses.
Horses. I think I'm gonna be most excited for Cleo just because like archaeologist is gonna go really well with that armor stand work they're known for. I don't know. I'm just excited.
I can't say who I'm most excited for, because like XP is always one that I relax to. Mumbo is always one where it like helps me get inspired and like experiment with different ideas. Cleo is always one if I'm just looking for something a little bit funny but not too heavy, but it can still have lore in it every once in a while for some reason. Doc is to confuse me when I need to focus on something or specifically not focus on something. I don't know. Jevin's always got some shenanigans, so if I want that kind of thing, I watch that. I don't think I'm excited for a particular perspective. I think I'm excited for the hermits to have new ideas to create with. And
I'm
to
excited for people being online all the time again and just watching things be created.
Yeah, I enjoy the start of the season because everyone's running into one another, they're stealing from each other, they're really confused, they're lost.
It's gonna be... I was watching Joe Hill's perspective and there's this random moment where he gave Mumbo Jumbo a thought bubble and it was Excalisword, Blade of Blades. I'm like, I don't know what the context is for this, but I'm so excited for it.
It's just like that.
It's just like that. Maybe there is no context and that's all we get.
That's all you get for the entire season. It's going into out of context things, and Jimmy's gonna make a statement of why is that out of context?
Why is
that's
that?
not inappropriate, and we
Hermitcraft
have to remind him
recap.
that out of context.
I'm just here to enjoy it. I'm just here to enjoy it. Yeah.
I said there were a lot of moments in this first episode that could be put in an out of context combination. I'm just saying.
With Scar's Minecraft skin, now that it's like Star Wars themed, it looks like he's wearing a mesh crop top. Like, I can't unsee it, and I know people who wear those mesh crop tops, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna look slightly off to your shoulder.
That's kind of great. I hadn't seen that in my head, but I can totally.
Yeah.
I just can't wait to see what people will do with it. Both the fans, but also the creators, being able to be around one another and start something new. And I know some of them are just going to scrap that idea a couple months from now, but
yeah, I know a couple people have already mentioned how it's like, yeah, this is my starter base theme, but when I get to my mega base, I'm like, oh, okay, We're just switching things up.
Yeah, yeah. I know Mumbo was planning to put it a little further in, but like changed it slightly because of where things are.
Yeah, just
So
like
there's never
sightline
base
wise, it's like
there.
I was gonna put my base here, but it just doesn't like where your eyeballs have to fall.
Jevons.
And I love that that's now become a conversation for the hermits to like consider when building their bases. Like, where do you look
Yeah,
when you look at this landscape? And I'm gonna blame
and
B-Dubs for that just because he's brought so much of an
yeah,
artsy feeling to it. But yeah,
I think Mumbo also has a big impact on it because he has that
yeah.
film major brain where he's looking at it and wants to see
But
exactly
it
where in the
spread
shots it is.
beyond just them, and I'm so
Yeah,
excited for it.
because yeah, B-Dubs was the one who made it more widespread because well
Mm-hmm.
he did it like the last couple seasons. Anyway, I know that some of them. I'm talking about Jevon again.
We're always talking about Jevin, man.
I love his content, but he's making this entire cove. Like the ship is the starter base, but there's going to be more, and there's going to be this entire cove and this hidden tunnel that you can, and and I know Pearl was talking about the different connections between bases because she likes building right up against another, not necessarily like bases right next to each other, but part of that terraforming is being intertwined with
It
your
looks like
neighbors, and
it's within the same world, yeah.
yeah, and due to how close everyone is, and she was talking about it to Ren specifically, but how she's excited to have these neighbours because she's not afraid to seep into other people's sections and transition the terraforming to make it a cohesive world together. And obviously, each time you get the same people, but they're formatted like where they are in the world ever so slightly differently, or very much differently, as you get new combinations of new styles, sometimes with the same people, but also sometimes with somebody you haven't seen with this hermit in a while. I know False and Ren are almost always near each other. Scargreed and Mumbo often end up near one another. Corellis and XB, and oftentimes Hypno as well, but we'll see. They often end up near, but still, roll some dice in it. How are they gonna intertwine with one another? B-Dubs and Etho. Stop being husbands.
I already saw False and Ren hanging out together, and I'm like, we're back. We're
Yeah,
back at it. I'm so excited.
we're back at it again.
We're back at it
Yeah,
again. That's
I
the
love
vibe. I'm
Hermitcraft.
just excited for it just being back here.
Guess who's back?
Back
Again.
again. Hermitcraft. Tell your friends.
Tell a friend.
Yay! Should we move on to the Q&A?
Should that be our musical transition?
Question number 1 from Aries on Mars. Any book
So glad you can
recommendations?
get that name.
Any book?
Ooh,
Book?
hold on. Please hold on. I'm gonna take my headphones out for a moment. Let me grab my most recent
Let
read.
us look at our bookshelves and try and vibe check you really fast. Well, I'm going to go first. I'm going to talk about Terry Pratchett books because I've just been on a Terry Pratchett kick again. Like, I love Terry Pratchett books with my full heart. So here's the deal. He is known, I should say Sir Terry Pratchett. He is knighted, or he was. Sir Terry Pratchett is known for the Discworld Saga, which is a 40-book long series, but it's made up of mini-series, so you could really pick and choose whichever one that you like. I personally say you should start with the Mort series. Mort, the book 1 is just called Mort. I actually think it's called the Death series. Book 1's called Mort, and it's about this guy. He's like a vaguely teenager, young adult character who was like he needs to get an apprenticeship, but on apprenticeship day all the masters of the crafts pick every other kid in the village except for him, and so Death himself shows up, and Death is like, I guess I need an apprentice. And it is horror, satire, fantasy, and it's so good. And then book 2, I honestly say you could probably start with book 2 of the Death series, which is called Reaper Man. And Reaper Man follows Death as he is forced into retirement, and there's a whole like B plot where like what happens when things stop dying or you do die and Death isn't there to take you. But like the actual A plot of the story, the actual like driving force of the story is Death like showing up at some farming village and just becoming like a farmhand for some lady, and it's about finding humanity and community and love, and what could a soul hope for, what could a harvest hope for except for the care of the Reaper Man. Like that is like my absolute favorite thing of all time. I adore Reaper Man so much.
I this is not one of the books that I grabbed, but I love the Scythe series. It's been a little while since I've read it, but the Scythe series is people that are assigned to Grim Reaper basically, because everyone is immortal. You can't naturally die, and so they hire these people of when this person takes you out, you're dead. And what do you do when okay, you're gonna be one of the new Scythes. What? You're
What?
one now. So that one's a trilogy I really enjoy. Good dystopian book. Absolutely recommend that series.
Spinning Silver is a really good, what is it, Rumpelstiltskin retelling. I really did enjoy that. It's like a Eastern Jewish inspired Rumpelstiltskin. Like I really like it. But if you want like a different Sir Terry Pratchett novel, like high fantasy morality of death, like it's that maybe not your vibe. Guards is a police procedural,
Mm.
and it follows like the police guards of a city that they always get overpassed in fantasy stories, but there's a dragon on the loose. What are you gonna do about it?
One of the other trilogies that I just started, so I've only finished the first book, but I highly recommend already. The first book is Pantomime. I think I might have told you a bit about it already. If not, then I told a different friend online. There is this intersect acrobat, basically. We ran away to the circus. I'm bringing up Sparkbird. One of Sparkbird's most recent songs, they have a whole circus theme. I'm sorry to trying to get into that act. Is our main character in this story kind of just goes along with whatever people assume they are. And so we have these moments of at home, she's this great, wonderful girl. Something's wrong with her, but great, wonderful girl. At the circus, just this beautiful boy, beautiful young boy. And it has magic in it. It is a fantasy series. The ones I'm going to be recommending are mostly fantasy because I've been reading more of that recently. But some of the plot lines and like intrigue and like this magic speaking of, hey, hey, I'm still here when you're ready to acknowledge that I'm magic, and in your head, yeah, but I could find a girlfriend.
I actually have two historical fiction books. The first one is Molokai, and it follows the
Mm.
leprosy outbreak in Hawaii, and it's so well written. It's like amazing and really tragic, and I love it so much. Like it goes from the fall of the Hawaiian, like the queen's death in Hawaii, all the way up until after like World War II or something. Like it spans a whole person's lifespan, and it's insane how much happens while this person is put essentially in isolation on this island. And then the other one is Dear Mrs. Bird, and I think it's like
Mm.
World War II, might be World War One, and I'm pretty sure it's World War II. And it's about this journalist who wants to like be involved in like magazines and newspapers, and she ends up being like the person who answers letters in a women's magazine, and she ends
Mhm,
up like
mhm.
really trying to help as people as much as possible. This is about like the little things you can do in life and how that makes a difference.
This one's a bit of a older one that I read. I didn't like it at first, but then I read it when I was not in school and really enjoyed it. So I'm not gonna get the name perfectly right, but it's like Peregrine's House for Wayward Children or
I
something
love
like
that
that.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, no, I adored it, and just the you'll have this time loop in this moment of history made in an instant before the nukes hit, and stumbling into the past with these magic children basically stuck there forever, living that day over and over and over again, and the magic and so good, so good. Um,
It's so
one of the
good.
ones that I'm reading right now is a fantasy story, but it's Wildwood magic. To get you hooked on it, you got this girl, um, runs away from church, runs and runs and runs and walks and walks and walks until you can't anymore. Comes across this apple orchard, wakes up in the apple orchard because it would be rude to steal from the trees. It would be rude. And the old lady who'd been taking care of it was just like, the trees are very grateful for you for not stealing. Here's some pie and some goat's milk, and we'll send you on your way.
All right, I got two last
Um,
ones, and then we got to move on.
okay, okay.
The first one is Shadow of the Fox. It's technically a trilogy, but honestly, I just really like the first book so much. It is like Japanese inspired, the kitsune awesomeness. You know, I love foxes. Those are so good.
Yeah, yeah.
And the other one is This Is How You Lose a Time War. It is a novella, which means like a very short novel, sci-fi, lesbian awesomeness, where it's like two time-related spies are sent from different branches of the timelines into the past to try and ensure that their timeline is the one that actually succeeds and comes into fruition. But they end up falling in love with each other, and it's really good, and I love it so much. And yes.
Okay, but there's a different story that I think you would love that I'm probably going to send to you later, called A Wolf and a Whale, where it has a person from, I think it's a native tribe, but we're talking like Inuit and Norse mythology intertwined.
Sick. Question number 2 from RubyStar99. What was your Halloween costume this year?
I was working at a haunted house on Halloween, but I was a crow.
You were a crow. I went to my job at a school as Mr. Toad from Mr. Frog and Mr. Toad Are Friends. I technically wasn't allowed to wear a Halloween costume, but I did wear an outfit that was Mr. Frog, and I wore my frog hat, and I did actually put on makeup for once, so functionally I was Mr. Frog.
I won't say names, but I technically dressed up as one of my co-workers. And so we ignored when he started speaking and had me do all of his job and pretend that he died.
Perfect.
And as I was shouting out, "This is what we're doing today," you hear in the background, "I'm not dead yet."
I did, when I get home from work, I do like absolutely have to take a shower immediately. So I ended up changing into like half of a Scott's Major vampire cosplay. It's comfy, it's cozy, I like it.
We do Halloween costumes all year round.
Yeah, I love Halloween so much, but also it doesn't feel like a special day anymore. And it's
really
a little
doesn't.
upsetting.
That's why I don't have an actual particular costume. I'm just up for work and as one of my friends as a joke.
Yeah,
But
every day is Halloween, and then you don't want to wear like your really nice stuff that you work super hard on a day that you know you're gonna like spill food on it.
Yeah, no, not when you're getting sticky stuff and all that. No, not in the dirt, not walking around.
Plus, it was pouring down rain. It's been pouring down rain like nonstop since the 28th or whatever. It's been cold and dark and sad.
Let's go. Everyone remember to take your vitamin D.
I should probably do that. Okay, question number 3. Aries on Mars asks, what are some of your favorite interactions from the Life series?
Ooh, I know one of the classics, everyone says it, but I really do love that my diamonds are right here.
Right here. Brad Bridge, when they were going up the ladder and they fell off a whole bunch of times.
Hear me out. The moment when Grian was mining upwards and had been in the caves for so long, and Martin just appeared behind him and jump scared him, so he just started screaming.
That time Etho kept walking past Zombie Cleo's house, and to the point where Zombie Cleo's like, Etho, if you're going to be an absent father, could you at least be absent?
Yeah, no, that's a good moment.
When LD Shadow Lady was invisible on a horse and Jimmy just killed her, like flat out completely.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of the LD Shadow Lady, I've always been to bad boys, red names. This is awkward. I think we're married now.
No, is this what friendship feels like? I think we're married.
I think this is what being married feels like. Oh, are we married now?
We skipped a step.
That's what just happened. Because after that wasn't a ship before, but after that, a handful of people went, yep, no, they're married now. We're not even going to address it. They're just married now.
This is so off topic, but I love how Vampires SMP fandom it's no longer found family. It's found divorce time.
Yeah.
Whatever that interaction is, that is the Etho Zombie Cleo interaction, but that's also like half of Vampires SMP. Found divorce is yes.
I love this we we've done enough episodes on vampires. That said, more talking about vampires.
More
The
talking about
fandom is
vampires.
split between people frothing at the mouth for the toxic relationships and people sobbing, "Let them be a family."
Let them be.
It's like even
Let them
split
be.
between frothing, "Let them beat each other up, but also love each other the whole way and be in denial and like be toxic, yowie."
Well, speaking of
But
vampires SMP, I actually have a vampire CMV that I worked on with like a bunch of other cosplayers coming out on Wednesday, and
yay!
I'm so excited for it. It's gonna
Yeah!
be on my like Minecrafter channel. I was honestly debating. I was like, should I put it on my podcast channel instead? Because I'm like, it's to a potentially copyrighted song, and I was like, whatever. I'll put it where the
Yeah,
people will see it. I don't care anymore.
that's how it works.
That's
That's how
how
it
it works.
works. They don't see us here, they only hear us here. It's a whole
Yeah,
thing. Put
it's
some lore in it or don't,
all.
that's up to you.
I'm so
Up to you,
excited
that
though.
Bible.
Bible, get to the fan fiction.
No, no, that's not what I said.
Yeah.
I said put some lore in it or don't. That's up to you. I did not say write fan fiction about it. I do stories in my head all the time. I don't write them all out. If I wrote out every story I had in my head about my fictional character self, then I think I would have too much time on my hands. I only spent like 5 hours today watching Hermitcraft, and that was too much. You were lucky that I had today off.
Yeah. My weekends have been jam packed recently with Vampires SMP, and now I'm like, well, I have to also schedule in Hermitcraft. My non existent free time's already going down the drain.
Yeah, you kind of need to be getting with. You're a cosplayer. You have a full-time job. You got so many things that I just hear about and go, "Yep, that's Chaos is doing that." And
It's
you got
like
the
70
medical
million
issues.
secret projects that I only keep
You
pseudo
just
secret.
yeah, because I hear about them because I don't say anything. And sometimes you just tell me about them, but you've not told me about them. So you give me an update of I'm working on this again, and I go, didn't know you were working on it in the first place.
Hey, I think, you know, I've streamed this. It's not actually a secret project. Remember Redstone and Skulk, that fanfiction I'm obsessed with? I'm building
Yep,
the whole city of Hells.
yep,
Yep.
yep. I remember.
It's very cozy. I love it so much.
Yeah, no, you are insane about the same as I am. That's why I'm here, is regardless if you're here most frequently, I can match how weird you are.
Hey, when I care about something, I care about it a lot. And you know,
I really like Hermitcraft.
ain't that the way of things?
There's this book, Girls of Paper and Fire. Let me tell you, I thought it was a standard fantasy book. Got to the end and went, holy crap, lesbians.
Yay! Well,
Did not know that was coming.
I think
I just
that's the
thought it was a fantasy
podcast.
book. Yeah, no, I like books.
I
I can
like
get
books.
more. My bookshelf is right there.
No, we gotta go.
I got an entire
I gotta
like
go watch
matching Narnia
Hermitcraft.
books,
Okay, bye,
like
bye,
the
guys.
entire inner box set Narnia and
Bye.
William Shakespeare's entire works is under it.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of FanDive. We'll be back again next Monday diving into yet another fandom. Have a topic or question for the podcast? Head over to our website, fandive.tumblr.com. There you can also find any episode relevant images and general shenanigans that we get up to. It is Tumblr, after all. We're not afraid of being fans of things.